wanna be stars.
And we're back with Ladies First. This week we have several young ladies here.
Yeah.
And each and every one of them has their own special gift and their own purpose in life, and they're going to actually share one by one what it is that they do.
And she's looking at me like
yes, you're
I kind of want to introduce everybody before they start with their stories.
I want them to introduce themselves first, and then go.
Oh, I thought you were having. Okay, sorry.
Am I allowed to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my name is Shay Star. I am a celebrity blogger / R&B artist / promotions guru / every other thing that's going on. But mainly, I'm the CEO of ShayStar.com, which is an entertainment website, and we do marketing and promotions for all facets of the entertainment industry. And what we do is we pride in taking entertainment as a way to educate our peers. You know, a lot of times you see people highlight the negative things, like, oh, who Kim Kardashian is sleeping with this week, or who Tamar Braxton is cussing out this week, like, but at the same time, they don't highlight the positive things. So what we try to do is incorporate all of the positive things in entertainment and use that as a way to give back to the community, to show them that you don't have to act the fool to get on. You know, it's a sensible journey that you have to take, and you got to learn the business. You can't just be in it for the entertainment, but you got to learn the business. So I've taken all of my experiences and I've put that into ShayStar.com to give back to everybody else, so they can know, look, this is the way that you should do it, you know, but just a different path, you know. That's it.
That's it. Well said. Now we're going to have Miss LT present herself. Come on.
I don't know if I'm presenting myself. I'm supposed to be like co-host. But yeah, so my name is LT, and just like everybody just sitting at this table, I have my hand in quite a few things, and I think that's good. Before we started recording, we talked about how we need to be masters of many things, and creating our own path. So I just recently earned a master's in human development and family studies. Thank you. I also manage artists. I have a talent management firm, Tab Management. I have a soon-to-be nonprofit called Mic Check 1 2. And then, I don't know, just a few other things. But I'm co-hosting today.
Above all else, right? That's what she thinks she's doing. Okay, and again, my name is Melissa Simmons. I'm branching off from Podcast Wednesdays, and you guys should know who we are. We do a lot in the community, as well as different hip-hop events and PR and etc. So we work with different artists and entertainers and in fashion and all this other good stuff. So we're going to actually start the roundtable interview, and I just want to bring up a few topics today. Some of the topics are very interesting. Quick question for Shay. Tell me about how you overcome certain obstacles in your career path. I know you work with your website. Tell me about some of those obstacles that it took just for you to, branch off and do your own thing, and some that you might still be going through to this day.
It wasn't a drastic change from being an artist and a model, or aspiring artist and model, to basically shutting myself out the limelight and transferring over to being the voice for somebody else, or to give somebody else the platform to be in the spotlight, you know? Mm-hmm. So that was difficult. As far as the site, finding reliable, dedicated, loyal, people, to stay on board. A lot of, I hated that we come from this microwave generation. Mm-hmm. Everybody is looking for that overnight celebrity, that overnight success, and I'm like, dude, it doesn't work that way. Like, it took Russell Simmons 20 years to build Def Jam like this right now. So, and they didn't have Facebook and YouTube and all of this crazy fake stuff, to display that. Like, these dudes was really going hard. So that's a big obstacle, finding real dedicated people to really ride with you and rock with you the whole way, the good and the bad. And as far as maybe personal things, I just remove myself from the situation. Because if I engage in the negativity, it might be...
You take ownership of that.
It might be a disaster. So I'm just going to go the other way. Yes. So deuces. I'm just going to buy.
So the mothers can't compete. Independent and the streets. Check a VVS speaks.
Yeah, you want air is the glamorous thing, and but it's not the only thing you can do. So my advice is just to basically keep your hands in all different pots at the company that you're working for. So that way, if one thing falls off, bang, I'm still over here with you. My boss got fired, shoot, I'm cool with this other boss over here. You know, so you gotta keep yourself in the mix.
Very well said.
This is ladies first. Probably just being a woman and
Yes.
just being a woman in any type of field. It's hard, and sometimes like you don't know. Should I be, you know, aggressive? Should I not be aggressive? Like you kind of have to pick times on what type of personality you want to bring. You can't just be a certain way all the time. You have to get different jobs done, especially in PR, especially doing our online store, doing all those things. So yeah, just being a woman, but
a woman in like all these very industries that we're in, there's a constant battle between being cute and competent.
Right.
Or at what times am I? What times does work being cute work for me? Or do I need to be both? Do I need to just be competent at this point? And my grandfather and I have talked about that. It's like, well, you better use both.
Right.
You know, say your piece with a smile and keep it moving.
exactly.
And then just to piggyback off what Kim was saying, you kind of have to learn how to. Like, it's hard because people take your likeness, your kindness for likeness. Like, I don't like you in that way just because I'm being kind or I'm dealing with you on a business.
Trying to get this job
yeah,
done.
I'm trying to get down a business. So it gets hard trying to draw the line, especially if the guy is looking at you like, yeah, I'm trying to get at you.
Right.
No, I'm trying to get
Exactly. Right. That's always the confusion.
Yeah, it gets real, like a thin line. So
you don't want to burn your bridges, so you're just like, well,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be. Well,
mine's my biggest upscale on starting my business was transitioning from that 9 to 5 to that we just grinding. Like it was hard. My idea for because my baby started Oldie Fashions started out as just an online store, and it was very hard for me to say I want to grab onto all these other things. Management, it was hard to do that, but I was like, I do that though. Like, you know, so it was just, it's in my nature to do that. But during that transition from the 9 to 5, I was going to work sleepy is I don't know what. I'm drinking Monsters to stay up because when at 5 o'clock, I'm working on OD fashion stuff. It was
You have two full-time jobs.
It was so hard, and you know, thank God that you know that situation. My 9 to 5 done over with, and OD Fashions is everything that I do now.
That's a beautiful thing to hear her say. Thank God.
Yeah.
My 9 to 5.
You know, a lot of people, you know, and it's not no diss on 9 to 5s because
Right.
if that's what you're comfortable with, and you know, everybody have different situations that they have to have a 9 to 5, and they gotta grind it out to make it where they want to be at or whatever the case might be. But I knew that I had the opportunity that I could say, look, let's get out of this and go full force with my company, and it's done grown like since we launched August 26th. We've been doing so much and just been so busy, and I love it.
I really have a problem with people claiming stuff that they really know nothing about or they're not doing. So, so I couldn't take ownership, but now I'm like, oh, here I am 2 years later, and I'm doing this, and this is really what I'm doing, and I'm very comfortable in this position, in my skin. But it's like to speak to the balance in the 9 to 5. Like I said, I just graduated from grad school, so I gotta work. I'm like, you didn't go to school for all these years to not do, because I mean that's still something that I'm very, very passionate about. So I'm currently like in a situation with trying to balance those things. Like, okay, I'm going to work, however, whether it's 9 to 5, 8 to whatever these hours are, but I'm also coming home and I have so many other people's careers. They're quote unquote 9 to 5 riding on me, and that's really hard for me to deal with sometimes. But I mean, it's working. I'm tired. I take a nap and get up and keep it moving.
Encountered some type of obstacle, and as far as like the gender roles and the expectations of you in the industry and the stereotypes that women come across.
But you know, when you navigating, you know, like LT said, through the industry, you're trying to find yourself, you know. And again, like Darcel said, you gotta put your hands in everything, you know. So that's what I was doing. I was trying to put my hands in everything. So I tried the modeling thing, and it just wasn't for me, you know. I was not comfortable doing all that comes with being a model, so to speak.
Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, I want to know.
I want some of the Instagram girls and all the rest of them to really know what it really is like being in the industry, being a model.
And dealing with fake photographers that's acting like they really
exactly like where's your paperwork? You know, you the CEO of what? Let me see the papers. But fortunately for me, I got to work with some very professional people. You know, my photographer was not a lame, he wasn't a pervert. You know, he's a very well-respected photographer, and he's a celebrity photographer, actually. So my experience with him was wonderful. You know, like shout out to Felix Natel Jr., I gotta shout him out, you know, but he's amazing. He's really a professional. That's really his job. He eats and pays his mortgage off of his business.
And isn't it funny how you have to underscore that, yes, they are professionals. Yeah, so many people are not professionals.
Exactly. All day.
Exactly. Like, he pays the mortgage for a studio. Like, right. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, let's be for real right now, you know? Yeah. But it was the energy that I got and the attention, unwanted attention that I got afterwards, you know, because I'm half naked and, you know, all of that. So people were kind of like, well, you know, damn, shorty bad, you know. But I'm like, but hold up, can we focus on the business stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like, stop Googling my pictures.
I'm coming to the meeting. Right. And you like, I done seen your ass.
Exactly, you know? So, you know, I'm like, in hindsight, you know, because I too just graduated from college and I'm actually working on my master's degree right now. So, like, I got a lot going on, you know, and I hate that you see, you know, girls on the internet, you know, with their behinds hanging out and they bent over with a thong on, and, you know, it's like, how do you really expect somebody to respect you if you put yourself out there like that? And I'm not dissing models, you know, like you said, that just wasn't for me, right, you know? Right. But when you are approached in these ways, like you're a piece of meat or just another shorty, you know, a dude trying to get at, you cannot be upset because that's what you're presenting, you know? People think modeling is just, oh, let me take some pictures. No. A model is a visual representation of a brand or a company. So you are representing that, so that's how people are going to deal with you. So it's all about the presentation and how you carry yourself also with that. And these iPhone photo shoots y'all doing in the bathroom, like, that is not.
I'm alive. So, you ain't seen the many angles that are
you know, I don't want to see a child running around in the background.
Right.
Like, really,
your
come
dirty
on now.
laundry and
because you know we looking in the background like, you're what?
Right, so definitely I have to say the biggest obstacle was, you know, to make my point, is just getting people to not look at me as an object, and look at me as a person and acknowledge my hard work that I put into it.
Exactly. But when he did that, I just was like shocked, because this, in my opinion, now I'm standing in a position where I know a lot of girls go through this, like, damn, I'm just an intern, so if I go and say something, is it going to be like, he wouldn't do nothing like that, you know, he's been working here for this many years, why would he do something like that? And then it's like, damn, but he did that shit, and I'm fucking mad. Like, what am I supposed to be apologetic? Like, you know, I'm sorry, I was drinking, I was drunk, I didn't mean to, you know, come across to you that way. I was like, you know, I accept your apology, but that can never happen again, because if it happened again, it's going to be a problem at that point.
But you know,
so,
I'm sorry. But you know what? I hate that people use that as an excuse.
They were drunk.
That you were drunk, you were drinking. No, you're a grown man.
Exactly.
You knew what you was doing.
You know your limit.
Exactly. You learn your limit.
I was too drunk.
Right. Dude, you found out when you was 18.
Right.
You didn't reach
That was it.
Yeah. So basically, just to wrap it up, it's just like, it's very hard for a woman, and especially if you're attractive. And then I made sure, which I don't think everybody should do this, but I felt like I downplayed myself a lot when I first started, because I didn't want to step on nobody's toes. In this industry, it's really females that hate on you just because you're cute. You can be a hard-working, smart person, willing to help them out, and they still not trying to fuck with you. And I witnessed that. So when I came in there, I was real low-key, but now I'm at to the point like, look, I paid my dues. I need to be respected, and if you don't like me, that's fine, but can't nobody say I don't work hard, and can't nobody say I did anything negative to get where I am today, and that's the bottom line.
It wasn't until the manager and my artist came over that he took me serious. And then when I spoke to the DJ, and it was just like, are you kidding me?
It's infuriating.
Right, like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not his groupie, I'm not his girlfriend, I'm his husband, you know, I'm his PR person. Hey, I should be handling this. So it was like, it's frustrating, and it's frustrating, especially always being considered a groupie as soon as by men and female. As soon as you walk in anywhere, because you're walking with a group of men, not knowing that they pay me to do this. I'm not just around like I could be doing other things in other parts of the business, but I'm representing them. So it was just funny for you to say that, because I remember I was just so pissed, like sitting there, and they all, you know, having fun, and I'm like, no,
I'm still mad.
But that is true. Like, they don't understand.
Right.
No, they don't.
Like, it just like goes over their head.
Even explaining it to them, it's like you can't process it.
But you know what they do? No, but what they do say is, why are you getting so emotional about it? Whoa!
And it's like, why? You know, any other emotion that men have, it isn't considered emotional. But once we have a reaction to something, oh, you're emotional. You're emotional. But I'm angry, just like you're angry. I'm pissed. Actually.
My emotions in a better way. I'm just coming to you because, you know, we're business, we're family to a certain extent. So I'm telling you what's going on. I'm not being emotional, because if I was emotional and I did want to do what I wanted to say, you wouldn't be doing this show right now.
Now that's being emotional.
And it's surprising that happens to you, considering you're there to help them out.
So I mean, it's an ongoing challenge, and I know that we're all going to have to continue to do it. But I'm very happy to hear that we've all been able to be okay. Well, this is what we're going to have to go through, and knowing how to handle it.
It's hard when outsiders are looking at it. Because you know what's going on, and you know what's between yours, you know, between you and your client and everything like that. I feel like, you know, us being females, males, or some other females as well, think we should act a certain way, do a certain, you know. No. If a male was in this job, he'd be doing the same thing. Like, it needs to be done the same way, regardless of the gender.
That was legit. That was
right.